Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dogs and cats, fish. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Good Boys, where I guide a team of high-speed, low-drag operators through the fantastic world of Infinity, based on the wonderful board game by Corvus Belli, set in this cyberpunk future where every nation has grown beyond its borders, and a lot has changed in the world. And there is aliens, there is werewolves, there's all kinds of crazy stuff, including the titular Good Boys, who are going to introduce themselves now, starting with Rurik, who is playing Johnny.
Hey guys, I'm Rurik. Some of you guys know me from, well, the other shows. On Good Boys, I played Johnny, your great all-American boy. Went to military school, played football in college. The only difference is that for him, football involved a spiked ball made out of metal, and that's because he's a werewolf. When he realized how bad things were for the devil dogs, or the dog faces on his home planet of Dawn, he decided to quit the military there and join up with O12, which is essentially Interpol. And out here in the depths of space, people look at him more as a curiosity and less as something to be pitied, which is just fine with him.
Fantastic. And up next, we have the other half of the Good Boys duo, the antipode Laddie, played by Megan.
I am Megan, and I play Laddie the Antipode, which is really just a gorilla-sized dog from the planet Ariadna, New Terra.
Dawn.
And Dawn, yeah. I just give it a new name every time. Laddie doesn't really care because it's his planet, and he'll call it whatever he wants. And yeah, he's just a big old doggo, and dogs, like antipodes, think better in packs. So it's cool that he's hanging out with Johnny because it helps him think real good. Otherwise, he'd be kind of a rabid gorilla dog. He doesn't talk too good because he's got dog vocal cords. So Johnny usually tells everyone what Laddie's thinking when appropriate. Laddie also kind of lacks a filter. But yeah, Johnny's technically his handler, but don't call him that. That's all.
Do not call him that.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the team's hacker extraordinaire, the cephalopod uplift known as Z, played by Kat.
Hey guys, I'm Kat. I play Z.
Kat, you're coming in real quiet.
Am I? Am I speaking better? No?
Yes, you're better now.
Better.
Oh. I don't know why that always happens. But I'm Z. I am a cephalopod. I stand at a whopping 2.5 feet tall. So standing amongst these big dogs is a little intimidating. I think Antonio's also really tall. But she still has tentacles that she can still use, and her skin can a little change colors still. But she ran away from her creator in the Nomad ship, and she has decided to take advantage of the years that she has and joined O12. She's become their hacker and enjoys all the adventures and crazy shit we get into.
All right, and last but definitely not least, we have the team's de facto leader, and as of right now, the wonderful mercenary known by many as Duke Jax, but actually Antonio Salazar, who is a knight, played by Skull.
Yeah, I am playing Antonio Salazar. Antonio is a man who rose from humble origins to a respected position in the glorious military arm of the faith. Antonio is a man of consummate faith and professionalism, and as a Knight of Santiago, he is an expert in the arts of space combat and swordsmanship. Whereas normally, he has been seconded to Space Pole, as opposed to Interpol, because, we're in space. Right now, he is working undercover for them as the mercenary Duke Jax. Duke Jax is the opposite of everything that Antonio stands for. He is chaotic, bodacious, and boisterous. And now, his notoriety is growing, which forms a perfect cover for Antonio's operation.
I love Duke Jax. I'm not even gonna hide it. I freaking love Duke Jax. Antonio needs to take a hike.
The Duke thinks this might hurt Antonio's feelings.
When we left our heroes.
Before we go into that, channel announcements.
Go ahead.
As Megan said in the chat, if you do have a Prime sub, remember to resub, as that is what keeps us going and allows us to buy snacks and new cameras so that I'm not blurry and stuff like that. Also, we have a community challenge going on, which is even more Cast and Crew Gaming. So if you'd like to see us continue to faff about on Valheim or play something else, donate your channel points to that. A reminder, as always, you can spend channel points or bits to give either the squad or the storyteller momentum and heat. It costs 1,000 channel points or 100 bits. Most importantly, this is episode 10 of Good Boys. So I think that's kind of cool. Sorry, Hudo, go ahead.
Well, as we left our heroes on last episode, they had just audaciously broken into a Eugene mining facility and stolen a large drill which they needed to get into the vault of this bank that they are trying to liberate of its valuables. They had made deals with several denizens of Novi Bangkok. First of all, with Commander Smoke and his marauders, who had agreed to give them extraction for a 5% of the take. Was that right? Hold on.
That was correct, yeah. Man, and they graciously turned down a flying vehicle that we would have just given them if they'd only just driven it out.
Yeah, they are. I am disappointed in the lack of cojones that Smoke's Marauders have.
I thought
Smoke's Marauders are known for
had a
many
sense
things.
of entrepreneurship.
Smoke's Marauders are known for many things. Courage and bravery are not one of them. But yeah, for a 5% of the take, the Marauders are going to provide the team with extraction by blowing a hole through the side of the bank and taking them out on one of their armored vehicles. Since they helped out with a delivery that they had to make. At the same time, they also made contact with Guihe, a nomad hacker who graciously provided them with a hacking device that, when placed on the junction box on the roof, will avoid the blast doors from sealing the back of the bank where the vault is located. Although it will activate the alarm. And for 5% of the take, is willing to take the drill that they stole and put it on a crane on a work site that the nomads have next door to the bank and drop it through the main skyline onto the center of the lobby for them to use in the vault. And of course, there is also another 10% for Guignol, the friendly facilitator, that has not only gotten the team intel on everything regarding the bank, but also the contacts for these two people that will facilitate everything. Now, before the actual heist, I figured that you all will go back to your quarters in the small hotel run by Lady Kimiko, where you will basically go over final details. You do get, Duke Jax specifically, gets a message from Guignon.
Oh man, we're so in trouble.
You actually are not. It is actually a very happy message because
Letty
he has
thinks
been.
Guignol is going to be impressed.
You did decide to allow Guignol, or not decide to allow Guignol, in exchange for his help. He will be filming this entire thing as it goes down. So if he's impressed, things are gonna go well for him. Just a sec. Here we go.
I forgot that we were gonna put GoPros on our heads and run.
Which is how Johnny and Laddie insist this is going to happen, so we're just waiting for Guignol to show up with our GoPros. I know he said he has other ways to do this, but...
Yeah, we're definitely waiting on GoPros.
We're definitely waiting on GoPros. We can't be trusted with anything more fragile than our Pip Boys.
If you guys check the Discord, I sent the images of the plans for the bank that Guignol managed to get his hands on somehow, by hook or by crook. and has graciously made them available for you so that you can, plan everything and we can know where you guys are standing once the heist actually goes underway. Take a minute to peruse at your leisure.
Hold on a second, guys. There's something happening. I'll be right back.
Oh no.
Well, the bank is made up of two main areas, which is the entry area and the vault area. Both areas have 2 stories, and then there's also the roof.
Fancy.
Sorry about that, guys.
You're good. Everything okay?
Yeah. Yes. That's fine. All right, so while you guys are discussing the plans, I am trying to figure out how to show our viewers these images. So.
Oh, can we put it up on roll 20? Oh, you only have like a tiny...
Yep. So that's fine. I got this. I got this.
I believe in you.
I don't. So go ahead.
You have my support.
So our viewers might recognize these images. If you do, shut up.
Wait, what is it from?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Tell me. Will you tell me after we do the heist?
Maybe, if you're nice.
Aw.
That rules her out.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey. I'm always nice.
How many main floors are there?
So there is the main area, which has the ground floor and the first floor. And then there is the vault area, which has also ground floor and first floor. And then there is the ceiling,
Alright.
the roof.
What the fuck?
So, Laddie has a superior sense of like direction and stuff, but Megan does not.
Does Laddie actually have a
It's-
superior sense of direction?
No. Not like the actual trait, but he's good at he's a good finder and a good navigator.
Alright, let me see if I
So he would probably be very good at this. It's like when you're trying to play a person who's like I don't know, who's a super smart person. Like you're trying to be House, but you actually don't know anything about medicine.
Ah, yes. It's not lupus.
Yeah, it's not lupus. I mean, to be fair, it sounded like House, according to real medical professionals, House didn't know a lot about medicine either.
I totally forgot I was on mute. I was trying to talk to you guys. So we need a dude still, right? One of those manager guys' thumbprints or eyeballs, right?
Yes.
We need like a biological sample here.
Yeah. Oh,
I-
side note, have we picked up a baby carrier yet for Laddie to wear and Z to ride in?
Master Blaster, who runs Barter Town?
You know what? I'm gonna say that that's not very difficult to come by.
Is it a front one or a back one?
Alright,
Is it
guys,
a
hold
baby
on.
backpack or is it like a little, like
No,
a swaddly
Have
thing?
you seen the ones where the kids stand up on the back?
No.
Yeah, the dad wears like a
An
backpack
exotic
and
saddle.
a hand on the back, so like I can just jump up when I need to and jump back on.
Yeah, that's what we're
absolutely.
gonna get. That's what we
Okay,
want.
Little
can
platform.
We can see that on the stream, that picture
Cool.
of the
Yeah.
map.
Now the question is, can anybody tell me what the hotkeys are for moving images? Don't worry, you guys keep talking. So that's the ground floor.
Is this a quiz? Because I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I'm looking at the ground floor now, but we need to know where that dude that we need to kind of kidnap in order
On
to
the
get
stream, you are actually showing the first floor,
Yes, I think.
not the ground floor.
Oh. Oh, right. There's a difference. Well, you
Caden,
loaded
you're-
the ground floor behind the
you are
first
not
floor,
funny.
so... What did he say?
Man, I tell you.
Johnny would probably do it.
If it helps,
Well, I
on
guess
the
this is
lower left corner, there is a little thing that tells you which one you're
It's
on.
the second thing Julio uploaded because he hates us.
Hey man, I just shift selected. All right, I'm not like
Look at
I'm
this
not
guy.
at work right now. I'm not on the clock. The IT stays in the office.
Put
F
the
comes
wacky file
before G,
names.
and he was like, "All right, this is how it goes."
Yeah, it's
All
it's
right.
moving the thing like it's sliding it across the screen instead of changing the image. That doesn't help anybody.
Do you guys have any idea how we're gonna
Is that? Oh, okay.
approach
Never mind. I
this?
see.
Well, I don't know where you.
You're the strategist.
Yeah, you're in charge. You tell me which image you
Yeah,
want to
but
see, and
like,
I'll put it on the
yeah,
screen.
that's a very hands-off approach from all of y'all. You're like,
All right.
I
Look.
wash my hands
I
like
want to
Pontius
find
Pilate.
out. I want to find out what's the guy we need. We need to know where his office is and where he's at in order to grab him and make him open whatever it is that we need to make him open.
Oh
Everything
yeah.
else, like we have somewhat control over,
Yeah, I thought
but
we had
without
the
that
digital-
guy,
Julio told us once, but Laddie doesn't take very good notes.
I thought we had digital access to most of the things, and then the drill was the last thing, so that we didn't need to get access to the guy's fingerprints and eye prints.
So
Oh,
in order to
was
get
that?
into the vault area, you do need the eye print from both the manager and the assistant manager, unless you put the device that Guija gave you on the roof junction box, in which case the alarm will immediately sound and the countdown will begin, and then 3 minutes and the back access will open.
I don't know if Johnny
Well,
will relay this, but Laddie says we can just take that guy's eyes out.
Worst case scenario, I'm all for it. But if we have a way to
I figured it
bypass that,
Yay, go team!
All right, sorry.
With
All right,
Team
I'm
Bench.
back. I'm back. I'm here. I'm good. It's good. I'm good. We're good.
Yeah.
It's
Alright,
good.
Laddie's telling Johnny that we can just take that guy's eyes out and we can get his retina scan or whatever.
That's not Plan A, right? But that's
Laddie watched Minority Report once, and
I think no, Laddie's done war crimes for sure. One of his traits is that he was what's it called? He did something unthinkable, and the pack could no longer stomach the sight of him, so he was trait unfriended.
Antipode war crimes.
no.
So if the antipodes
Dark
aren't
side.
even gonna deal with you,
yeah. You know you've done some shit.
he went to like the Mengele School of War Crimes and shit. Like,
poor Laddie.
You know, considering how well Laddie gets along with humans, I'm going to say that it was probably something that was very like the humans are like no big deal, but antipodes are like that is highly taboo.
How dare you? Yeah,
Put on pants.
probably.
put
Oh
on-
man.
Okay. So what floor do we want to look at, guys?
Well, let's look at the main entrance. Well, how do we want to go in? Do we want to go through the main entrance? Are we going to go in a sneaky route? Are we going to come through the hole in the roof?
I figure,
We're all gonna
like, we
put on suits and pretend we belong there.
That
I'm gonna
never.
open
if we put on suits and it's like the start of Ich Will music video by Rammstein, we just walk in, and it's like it's playing in the background.
Well, so
Where's that music coming
as
from?
I understand, we have two options, right? We have the option one, which is we just matrix this, which is we just walk in, put our guns on the on the metal detector, and be like, "Oh, are those guns? Yes." Right. That's option one. Option two, which is slightly better, is we make a meeting with the bank assistant saying that Dude Jax wants to make his own bank account there for a slew of Tessium artifacts that we have on us.
I was gonna say we should try to put our Tessium in the vault, but not really.
I like that idea. That is a good idea.
Option
John
three
Flatter's
is we
smart.
find where the bank manager lives
We steal his.
Oh no.
and we murder the shit out of him at home. Alternately, we leave Z at home with his wife and child as we go steal everything.
I don't think that they're gonna find Z as threatening as they should.
They better. I'll have each tentacle holding a gun on them.
Alright,
Tiny baby
alright.
guns. Or we come in through the roof where we need to plant the hacking device anyway. and then work your way down.
Gloctopus.
Gloctopus.
I love it.
I type nonsense over there so as not to interrupt you talking. I'm sorry.
You were gonna read that out loud.
Jump in through the skylight.
The skylight,
Like, this
yeah.
is a heist, motherfucker!
Yeah, like XCOM style. You're trying to go quiet, and then you move one guy the wrong step, and he just burst in through the skylight instead. And it's
We
like,
drop
oh, okay.
the drill in first, and then we superhero land on top of it. It's gonna be great.
I
And then
mean,
the
okay, so I guess that's plan 5. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking?
what is it? I like that plan. Let's make that the main plan.
I like that plan too.
Okay, but that plan involves being in hand-to-hand combat with a fucking tag.
Well, that's all I
But-
know how to do.
right,
so,
I see
and
this as an
shoot real
absolute
big.
win.
Yeah,
So I
3
like
out of
going
4 of
around.
us are
Oh,
hand to hand.
Yeah, but we can definitely go there. We know that's gonna happen. That's like a for sure thing. But maybe we can buy us a little bit of time as we get closer to where we need to get to, and then you guys can go all like ape shit on people while I sneak away and open stuff. And when I'm ready, call you guys in. We blow the door or the wall and get the fuck out.
I figure if the plan with the skylight, probably is the easiest and sneakiest from the get-go, because they have the crane that they're gonna unload the drill through the roof anyway. So if we can hitch a ride on the crane, basically,
Just come straight down.
just come straight down, plant the hacking device that we need to as well to bypass a portion of the security systems, and then just basically, even though we're going in loud, going quick, and hopefully faster than the security forces get to respond, because from what I'm seeing in the map, and you can correct me if I am wrong, there is a point where the skylight itself leads basically directly to the gate to the vault.
Yeah, you would fall into the main hall, and the main hall has stairs that bring you up to one of the 2 possible locations of the vault entrance. Because the ground floor has a place that Guignol is not too sure if it has vault access. That's why it's marked with a interrogation mark. And then the first floor
That was
has
very
what is
European
for
of you.
sure. The first floor has what is for sure the vault entrance, which will open if you use Guihe's device after 3 minutes.
Now the issue here is, 1, it takes 3 minutes. 2, Guihe's device does not take care of the retinal scan, so the skylight plan does not take care of the retinal issues.
No, Guihe's device
Guihe's
does.
device does take care of the retinal scan.
Oh, which part does it not take care of? Oh, that's why we have the drill. Right. Sorry.
Yeah. Also, Guihe's device does not, you can't just put it on the junction box and then the door opens. You have to start the door opening procedure from the manager's office, then install Guihe's device, and then after 3 minutes, the door will open.
Which is on the manager's offices are both on the first floor.
Yeah.
Ooh, they have skylights though on both of those manager offices.
Oh.
So we can definitely stay with the skylight idea and kind of like plop in.
We could leave Z up top while we go down, and then start it from the manager's office.
And then
have
make
Z,
the way to the vault.
yeah, then have Z
Said it takes
install
3 minutes.
Yeah. Hey, what the fuck? Okay. Don't worry.
Cat things.
I hear cat things going on in the background.
Yeah, she leapt from the floor all the way to the top of the car.
But if we're still going into the manager's office, why would we try to break into the manager's office through the skylight and not try and...
Well, 'cause we're
because
already
it's
on-
dramatic.
Because we're not very smooth.
Well, you guys would know that just walking into a bank with full armor and weapons and stuff like that, and it might be a little tricky. Whereas getting on the roof might be easier.
I mean, we can leave our heavy weapons with the crane.
But then we gotta go get them.
Wearing armor is fine. I mean, weapons are part of my religion.
Yeah, wearing your dog face armor is probably okay. Duke Jax's heavy armor is definitely not okay.
Duke Jax's heavy armor that he literally refuses to take off, and we've never seen him bathe.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we do.
That's racist.
Here's what we do. Here's what we do. I got it. J-Dog and Latimaru are gonna go open an account because I've got some Tessium.
Me too.
Duke Jax and Z will stay on the roof. Once we start the process from the manager's office, then you guys can jump through the skylight and we can go nonsense.
I really love that we're the ones who are going to be civilized and
He
sneaky.
refuses to take off his armor. I can't. There's nothing I can do about this.
It's like, well, I mean, think about it. There's not going to be like a fucking power-up sequence where I'm not wearing my armor and suddenly I go galactic power and my armor comes on. So if I go and wear it without wearing my armor, I just don't have my armor for the entirety of the heist.
So, with that being said, can Z create a fake account that shows that I have major ducats?
Yeah,
she
we've always had
can.
an account here.
I do have upgraded hacking skills, finally. Or talent, or whatnot.
She can definitely create a, credentials for you having an account. However, not with this bank specifically.
No.
Because this bank, again, is completely air-gapped. They're
Yeah, but
old-fashioned.
like, oh, I'm closing my bank account from over there and transferring my
Essentially, what I want Z to do is create a persona that is an Ariadne Dog Bowl player who has Tessium assets that he wants to hide in Novi Bangkok.
Absolutely.
That is a good idea.
And it's me and Latimaru gonna go do our thing.
That's definitely plausible.
Alright.
By the way, at this point, you do get a call from Guihe. And he's calling specifically Z. Not for any reason other than she's the nomad and he's a nomad, so there's like no reason why he would converse with any of you.
Racist.
Nobody ever calls Laddie.
Nobody ever
Racist.
calls Laddie.
Do we have a phone?
You absolutely have a phone.
Yeah, you have a cell phone in your brain.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that, but cool. Okay.
Not only that, but you're on the nomad white pages, so he could just look you up eventually. Like your nomad book on Arachne has all your information. But yeah, he calls you and he basically tells you, "Hey, what's up, chica? How's it going?" He gives you a rundown of there's two ways that they can put the drill in the crane. They're in the process of doing that at the moment. They can even either put the drill in the crane as a container, which would have the big drill, which would basically mean that two of you would have to pick up the drill and take it into the vault, or they can break the drill down into three parts that they'll put on backpacks, and then three of you could put those backpacks on and take the drill inside, which would leave your hands open for things that you might want to do. But then it will require a tech test to put it together once you have it inside.
Well, it looks like we're gonna need the whole thing, and we might need Latimaru to stay up because I don't think Z plus Duke Jax make two people carrying the drill.
Well, no. I would meet you downstairs once it goes down off the crane to pick it up.
We'll be upstairs.
So
No, downstairs,
remember,
because it goes through. The drill is going to go through the skylight into the vault area, or into the main hall area, where I am meeting you on the way to the thing once we've dealt with the manager.
Okay, so it's just going straight through the skylight.
Yes.
Just making sure that we didn't it wasn't gonna land on the roof, and we're gonna have to drag it down the stairs, like Antonio, just pushing it. The entire time. It's
if you put this call on speaker, Guihe will definitely tell you that, yeah, we can put it on the roof if you want, but I don't think it's going to be the, the most optimal thing. We can just gently place it right on the roof, or we can drop it through the skylight, which I think is the much better idea because it sounds like a ton of fun.
I really like the idea of dropping it through the skylight, and I think as soon as this goes tits up, you just throw it in there.
Oh god,
Just throw it in.
it's gonna go.
fine.
tits up.
Not when, as soon as.
Yeah.
All right.
Laddie's a realist, okay?
There's no ifs. There's only a win.
Hey,
We're not wearing
Eddie.
GoPros for nothing.
Eddie, after last week, to keep things in balance, you owe the squad a momentum. I'm just saying.
Eddie really enjoys bullying us.
He does. He does.
And I enjoy it when he bullies you.
Insubordinate and churlish.
Okay. For as a recap for our viewers. As a recap for the viewers, the drill is being placed on the roof with a crane ready to go through the skylight. Duke Jax and Y, sorry, no, Duke Jax and A are going to be on
E.
B.
Hey!
You got it wrong?
Hey, a bibbidi bop. No, Duke Jax and A are going to be on the roof.
E.
B?
B.
C?
Beth.
D?
You know, we know that Johnny got
W.
a sports scholarship because he's not so good with his letters.
All right.
They were like, "You want to go to college and throw this ball real far?"
Look, we know he got a sports scholarship because he doesn't know what the letter B is. All he ever got was A's.
Yeah.
100% discount, boy.
So, Duke Jax and B are going to be on the roof with the drill, ready to do the hacking, and then ride the fucking drill through the skylight, like, How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the actual name of the movie, just the subtitle.
Dr. Strangelove.
Dr. Strangelove, thank you. Riding the drill down like Dr. Strangelove. Before that happens, though, Laddie Mario and J-Dog will have infiltrated the bank manager's office, convinced him to start the opening procedure so that we can place Artesium in it, and then possibly kidnapped him in the event that we have to, but otherwise meet our friends in the main office, in the main area, ready to pick up the drill and avoid having to fight the tag if possible.
For now. For the moment.
Thank you, Death Knight.
And Laddie's really jealous that he doesn't get to ride the drill through the skylight.
You know, I'm sure Laddie is, in fact, jealous that he doesn't get to ride the drill to the skylight.
He's pouting in the corner, just. Aww.
But Laddie does get to kidnap a.
So there's manager.
Laddie does get to kidnap a manager, so you know what? We'll take what we get.
Okay.
Is this the plan?
It sounds like a plan. Oh yeah, it's all coming together now.
Somewhere in the galaxy, Hannibal is rubbing his hands together and lighting a cigar. But not in this game, because he's nowhere near Novi Bangkok at the moment.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I open up my Pip-Boy. Oh wait, I wait for Z.
We
to
have
hack.
fancy Pip-Boys now. They made us get new ones.
Did they?
Yeah, Guignol made us get new ones.
Yeah, he didn't make you get new ones, but you have AR glasses, which is a slight upgrade to your Pip-Boy. It's like, yeah.
You went from
it's
a Pip-Boy to a Motorola Razr.
Yeah. It's basically like, you know those really bulky attachments that they were for the old Game Boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is basically a situation they have right now. It's like, oh, it takes pictures now, but it's this big ass janky thing that goes on top.
Okay.
Let's be clear that J-Dog does not in any way use those fucking goggles.
Laddie thinks they're kind of cool. So.
You know what? I'm sure Laddie does, but Laddie doesn't also grow 3 sizes like the Grinch's heart every time shit goes south.
Oh, they're in a elastic band.
Okay.
Guignol got ahead. He's nothing if not a planner.
So step 1, Z, you need to make me my alternate identity and make J-Dog a big deal.
All right, Z, roll me a degrees of success to see how good this fake ID is. And I think you have a...
That new hacker trait.
Yeah.
Fisher. So what that does, if I can, my computer will work with me.
One heist more. Another heist in this never-ending road to infamy.
O12 is gonna entirely fucking blackball us, and we're gonna end up becoming Duke's dogs.
No, they're gonna be like, these guys are the best. But
You
they're
guys
the
already
best at what they
worked
do,
for. You work for
but what they
Bureau
do
Noir.
isn't very nice.
You work for Bureau
Bureau
Noir,
Noir is
which
gonna
means
love
that
this.
There
Yeah.
it is.
you guys are already blackballed. As far as O12 is concerned, no Bureau Noir operative actually exists.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
You know, we're so great. They probably already have copies of our cubes in case we die. Like, in fact, there's probably already another Duke Jax operating somewhere in the galaxy, even though it's incredibly frowned upon to make another L host for a still alive person.
Spooky.
There's secret. Or maybe you're the secondary one.
Wow, what a twist!
Oh.
What the beast?
Okay. So what Fisher does, it just gives me an extra +1 to the fake ID rating if
Yeah.
I were to succeed, I guess. So I guess.
So just roll the degrees of success test to see how good the fake ID is, and then we'll add 1 from your talent to that rating.
Spend the momentum. Spend the momentum.
How
What
much
momentum?
I can do with that?
We just
Oh.
got one.
Look at that. Look at that.
Totally using it. So
We're gonna bust in through that skyline, and it's gonna be playing like Highway to the Danger Zone. The Duke is gonna come in and is just like, the Duke says you better call Kenny Loggins because you're in the danger zone.
3 6, by the way.
Is that 3 successes?
Yes, because I finally used my points and
Heck
increased
yeah.
my hacking.
So yeah, tell me what this fake ID is. What's his name? How? Because this is a good freaking fake ID. Like, this guy has history, you know?
J-Dog's kind of a big deal, and Laddie is actually his bodyguard.
Yeah, is it actually for J-Dog? Because if it is, then J-Dog has a paper trail. Like, this guy has a birth certificate, he's got,
J-Dog exists. He's
Yeah.
a famous dog bowl player. So now Duke Jax has more rep because one of his men is a famous dog bowl player.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that if you go to any town in U.S. Arena and you ask about, like, hey, how about that player J-Dog, they're gonna be like, oh damn, J-Dog number whatever the hell. Yeah, I know that guy. He's such a great player. He kicked ass.
Jersey number
let's
83,
say-
by the way, in case you.
Do they have fake jerseys?
In case anyone
sitting out,
needs to know.
Z has planted them.
Yeah, no, not even kidding. Like, this fake ID is so good. Like, in the Infinity equivalent of eBay, there are, like, vintage signed J-Dog jerseys. Like, J-Dog is a person. Not even joking.
J-Dog is more of a person than Johnny is because Johnny works for
Yeah,
Bureau
in
Noir.
fact, in the tombstones, whatever the dog bowl team is from Tombstone, there is, like, records of J-Dog being paid. There are pay stubs. Like, this is a good fake ID.
Okay, so now that my fake ID is good, I pop open my Pip-Boy and call First Choice Holdings.
All right. Let me pick up.
His Pip-Boy is also just a quirk. He's like, he only uses Ariadne and stuff. He's almost as crazy as Antonio about his Pano shit.
Instead of a Pip Boy, it's a Pimp Boy 10 million.
So
It's bedazzled on the side.
I don't
Yeah.
actually have the quirk, right? But I don't trust anything that has a brain and can get hacked. So I'm really iffy about my fucking combi rifle.
Combi rifle is pretty smart. It
Laddie,
probably
Laddie,
goes like,
points to his giant crossbow, and you should have.
Yeah, I
Alright.
mean, that clearly worked well for us last time. So I call First Choice Holdings. Pop.
you do get a receptionist who tells you, First Choice Holdings, how may I help you?
Yo, this is J-Dog. I hear you guys have the best security on Novi Bangkok. You guys even have, like, a python or something in the lobby.
Yes, sir. Escrow, our resident anaconda, is ready at the lobby in order to detain and repel any kind of assault.
Is it true that they eat, like, goats and stuff?
I'm afraid that I'm not familiar with the inner workings of the anaconda. However, I would not put it beyond him, to be honest with you. Ha 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 ha.
Look. She's clearly used to dealing with people. Look.
Customer service voice, baby.
I need to have a meeting with your manager. I got some chains and some tessium that I really need to put in your
Tessium chains.
in your.
Like a big
absolutely.
gold, a big tessium.
Oh my
clock.
god, yes, you just like wears
Cuban
them
links,
around
but
his
like
neck.
tessium.
Okay, so
Yes.
you guys are joking, but J-Dog actually does have a Cuban link tessium chain. I have two assets.
God.
One of them is my chopper, and the other one is a chain.
Dios mío.
Absolutely, sir. When would work for you? We are actually open today for any kind of walk-ins.
I look over to Antonio. Today? Today is good. But I need to speak with the manager. Look, I don't know if you know how banking works on Ariadna, but it's all about personal interaction.
I'm afraid I am not familiar with the workings of Ariadne Banks. However, roll me a persuade.
Can I get a
Difficulty.
I
Difficulty
like to
one.
think that she tells you to roll her a persuade.
However, roll me a persuade.
Can I get a bonus because of my awesome fake
Chains.
ID and my chains?
I'm gonna make it difficulty 1 because you sound very convincing on the phone.
Excellent.
But the 11 has to pass. Come on.
No, it does.
No.
I have a 10.
Oh no, hold on.
Wait.
I'm sorry, sir, but the manager is a very busy man. If you come over to the bank, we can get you an interview with the assistant manager, however.
Is that good?
I remember this,
Is
and I'm
good
like,
enough?
yeah, that's good. You know what? I understand. You don't know me. Novi Bangkok's more into Aristea than they are into Dog Bowl. But I'll be right there.
Excellent. We look forward to your visit.
Hey, you don't got no dogs allowed rules, right?
We are welcoming to one and all species, sir.
Excellent.
Do be warned, however, that we do not allow any weapons on the premises.
For one of the artifacts that I'm trying to deposit.
I say, well, one of the things that I'm trying to deposit is a tessium chopper and a tessium inlaid Americold. They will be unloaded, obviously. This is not anything like that. I'll carry them in a suitcase.
Perfect, sir. We will endeavor our best to get them through security, and yes, we do look forward to seeing you when you come by.
Okay. So I take Laddie's tessium chopper.
You
My
should
tessium
struggle
chopper.
getting it away from Laddie.
My tessium chopper. My pistol, and put it in the suitcase. And I'm wearing the chain on me.
All right, Laddie's gonna leave his bow with Duke Jack's because he wants it as soon as
Yeah, I leave my combi rifle up there.
things go crazy.
He said
the way-
ranged weapons gross.
You were talking about like the smart combi rifle, and I just have like this like funny image in my head that every time that Johnny tries to use the combi rifle, it gives you like a 404, no connection, like no
His
com lock
gun is
found.
sassing him.
Oh, I was
Please
thinking
connect
of,
com lock.
Of Zippy from whatchamacallit, Cyberpunk, which is like, would you like to opt into headshot mode or non-lethal?
And then Johnny goes like headshot mode. Goes like no
Not
com
the-
lock found, no lethal by default.
I just like, just shoot the guy. Just shoot the guy. Anyway,
Non-lethal, please. Maximum prejudice selected.
so we all know that. So the Judge Dredd movie with Sylvester Stallone was legitimately awful, and I love every minute of it. Right?
I mean, the second one was fantastic.
but that was not Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I know.
I know. Hey, but it was shit. I forgot his name.
Carl
but he's
Urban.
fantastic. Yeah,
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban is.
It was
so
Butcher.
good. He's so good.
But the idea of having a gun that I can voice select ammo is fucking is amazing. Do we have to do any other prep work
Okay.
before we head over there?
Just notify Smoke
All right.
at this point. Be like, hey, it's today.
I open my comm log again. And call Smoke.
That I love Smoke.
Mhm.
Smoke's Marauders, most affordable Marauders this side of wherever we are. How can I help you?
Hey, Smoke, it's Johnny.
Hey, J-Dog, what's up?
Hey, so we stole that hovercraft from Eugene yesterday. Today, I stole a hovercraft from Pano. Do you want that one?
Yeah, you know what?
I'm
Sure.
joking. You should have taken the Japanese one.
No, Eugene hot. I do not mess with that shit.
I tell him, look, we're going hot. We're going in live in an hour.
Ooh, an hour. Jean-Jacques, they're going in an hour. Ready.
Just follow the sound of shrieks and bullets.
Oh, so loud it is. Oh, this is bound to be fun. I'll have Guignol give me a copy of the tape.
All right. See you then.
Take care.
So we do the whole, fucking getting dressed. I throw on a dog bowl jersey, which are all by nature oversized because that's what it is.
You put on your helmet because I imagine that J-Dog is the kind of player that wears his helmet to different occasions.
And we head out.
Fantastic. I imagine that at some point you will notify Guignol as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I leave that to the people who actually want to talk to them.
I notify Guignon. I imagine that Guignon is probably partially saddened that he didn't get to videotape the whole ordeal in the mine.
That riot was intense.
So, yeah. He's definitely disappointed that the news got the footage before he did. But he most definitely has enough cell phone, or rather comm log and security cam footage to do something with. He is excited. You actually, when you call him, he is kind of groggy, but you do see from the background of the image that he is still in Sky 5.0.
Letty is
And
pretty sure he just lives there.
He clambers from like a pile of like very attractive bodies. Like his like helmet is kind of skewed, and you see like residues of stuff on him. He kind of like, oh, you guys are going?
100%. The Duke is always ready for action. The faster, the better.
Lovely. I'm gonna be sending a drone over. You guys won't even notice it.
I'm
Letty's
sure
like in the
Guignol
background.
likes.
He's like, we don't get GoPros. No GoPro.
No, what the hell is a GoPro?
Look, I'm sure that Guignol likes Duke Jax a lot more than he likes Antonio also.
Oh, he loves Duke Jax, but he is rather fond of Tony as well. All right, don't call me until you're done, my lovelies. Mwah.
All right. Duke over and out. All right, so let's. We're obviously going to split up before we arrive at the bank so that the Duke and V can go over to the crane and get that lift upwards.
So,
Are we getting on the roof through the crane? So
Yeah.
we don't have to like figure out a way to get on the roof or just
Yeah,
take the crane?
100%. That's what the Duke believes.
Okay.
So as you arrive at the location, you guys are across the street. There's not that heavy traffic. Place is definitely on the upscale part of the strip. The bank itself is next to a construction site. The construction site does have one of those like giant yellow cranes. These things have not changed much in the 200 or so years that in the future that Infinity takes place in. And you see that on that crane there is also a container that also does not differ much from today's containers. The trip from where the container is right now to the roof of the bank is a bit lengthy at the moment. So it would take a while to move the container over to the top of the bank and then to move it down and such. So you guys can definitely go up to the crane and make your way to the container, clamber down the steel wires of the crane, get on the container, have the Nomad operator move it on top of the bank, gently lower it so you can get down, or you could just go around the bank and jump up or climb, you know.
Oh, no. We're getting on that container, and then when it's go time, they're dropping us all the way. We're just riding the container through the shattering glass all the way down. Because
You're muted, Cat.
Cat, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah, somebody was at the door. We still need to install something on the roof. We can't just crash down.
Yeah.
We still need to do something on the roof.
Yeah. So
Maybe
we'll get down briefly and then get back on so we can ride the crashing crate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know,
All right.
presentation is pivotal for a successful mercenary.
Gotta make a good entrance.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, so Duke Jax and B approach the building site where there is a couple of mobile brigada guarding the entrance. They see you two. These are the same guys that you met with when you went to see Guije. They like take one look at you and they're like, "Oh, come right through." But one of them brings out like a yellow hard hat and puts it on B, and he's like, "Protect your head, little one. It's a hot area." So she looks adorable with like the giant wobbling yellow helmet.
So cute.
You guys make your way to the crane. You have like a couple of words with the nomads that are operating. Everybody in this work site appears to be in and know what's going on at the moment. The fact that you guys the fact that you guys have arrived, you do see that a lot of like the workers and stuff that are right now on the scaffolding and stuff like that are taking this opportunity to take their lunch, kind of like sitting there, eyes on the bank. They're like making bet pools about what's gonna go down. Nomads are a very tight-knit community, so when stuff like this happens, they're not gonna be telling anybody anything, but they're for sure going to be not missing a single thing, and sending their girlfriends and their abuelita and their papa and everybody like, hey, this shit went down, it was awesome. But yeah, you clamber up to the crane, the Nomad operator up there. He's also very excited for what's about to go down. He, ushers you to where the container is. Climbing down to the container is rather difficult. So I am going to ask Duke Jax to give me difficulty 2 athletics to, make his low clamber down to the...
I have kinematica, so all athletic tests are reduced by 1 difficulty.
There you go.
But
by the way, the operator thinks that you are absolutely crazy for doing this, and he is even more into it now because you are so crazy.
We're going in.
doing it.
You can see from the bottom that a lot of the other nomads are like, "Oh shit, what?"
That is actually 2 successes on the nose.
Heck
Boom.
yeah.
I did just roll 2 T12s, which kind of sucks.
Uh,
Which is the exact same numbers.
Damn,
Oh,
okay. What a G. Oh, there's Nala.
God wills it.
Nala.
It was Nala's influence that did this.
She's my good luck.
Oh, that's a little cutie. All right, so yeah, Duke Jax, with no trouble at all, he kind of like, rappels down onto the container. You guys get on it. It's a little like, wobbly, but you guys are, thanks to Duke Jax's fantastic, ability. You guys are just standing on the container waiting for the go signal. Now we move to Laddie and J-Dog, who are making their way onto the bank.
Making their way downtown.
Walking fast, people fast, I'm homebound.
So like so we just walk in loud, like we open the door
Yeah.
and walk in.
Yeah, you guys open the door and you see that this place is, spacious, airy, a lot of marble, and you have the idea that unlike the marble on Royal Spacer, this is actual real marble. Um, there is, filigree and house plants, like large ferns and stuff like that. In the middle, right in the middle of the main hall, you do see there is a large anaconda it's holding a Spitfire anaconda-sized, and just kind of standing there. It is painted in colors that actually match the uniforms of the bank tellers and the security personnel in here. And you see that you have seen anacondas before. This one looks brand new, like out of the factory, and it has several boxes and attachments and stuff like that you are not 100% sure what they are, but he's got them.
All right. So I pick
Box on him.
Huh?
Not the box on the anaconda, or is like the anaconda thing like really big?
It is large. It is like I'm gonna say maybe like 12-ish feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, dropping
Glad
the
he was
container on him
trying
would still
to,
make the pilot in for a bad day, but.
Yeah.
So I look for the best dressed person in this opening area and point at them.
You do that, and you do find someone who apparently is very well dressed, with the bank attire, and you get this.
Thank you for giving that to us. You did not specify.
I did not.
Yeah, I know.
I did not.
I know you did not. You just point at a random customer and be like, "What the fuck you want?"
And I walk over to the well dressed person, bank person.
Before you walk over to them, you do go to there is a security checkpoint where there is two very well dressed security personnel. They ask you, "Welcome to First Choice Holdings, sir. If you don't mind, can we perform a search on you?"
I mean, yeah. There's guns in the case, and I'm wearing armor. And this is Latimaru. He has a hat. And I hand them the case.
A pleasure. They take the case. They kind of like look at each other and say, "Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir, and you as well, Latimaru. It's a very nice hat that you're wearing." They pass the case through the scanner, and they say, "All right, it looks like all the weapons are properly unloaded. Is this what you are looking to put into holding with us, sir?"
Yeah, plus my chain.
Oh, okay, excellent. We will notify Miss Batbayar, the assistant manager, to come and speak to you. Actually, funnily enough, the person that you have pointed to was Leila Batbayar, the assistant manager for the bank.
At this.
Yeah, no, that was some intuition there. Or was it Deus Ex Machina? I don't know. So, she is a woman of Hackaslamite descent. She has darker skin. She has close crop back hair, and she looks like the kind of woman that not to be fucked with. She has that expression on her face, power suits, no heels, but flats. This woman is here to
work. All I
work.
can think of is the lady from The Expanse. When you tell me Hackaslamite, who means business, female, that's who I think of.
Resting Hackaslam face.
That lady, we were just watching an episode of Bones, and she showed up on it. She's Iranian. She's fucking...
Oh, the one that plays Naomi? Cool.
She's serious.
Oh, she's awesome. I love her. But yeah, she approaches you, and she says, "You must be Mr. J-Dog."
Mr. J-Dog, you hear that? That's respect.
Absolutely. We treat all our customers with utmost respect.
Excellent. Ma'am, this is Latimaru, and like you said, I'm J-Dog.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
I'm holding my suitcase now, right?
Yeah, they have given it back to you. If you will please step into my office, we can discuss the terms of your stay here with us.
Follow them over to the office.
All right. You go into the office that is marked as...
Office.
It is marked as office, indeed. Management Office 002 on the first floor of the main area.
All right.
Laddie's very confused by her terms because he didn't think that they were staying, but he doesn't say anything. He kind of grumbles, though. He does like a little doggo grumble.
Um, you enter the office. This is very no nonsense. Unlike a lot of the offices that you have seen in your, stay with fancier people, this place is actually very like modern, very minimalistic. Everything is white and chrome, and you know, it's the kind of luxury that you find in people who appreciate minimalism. There's like primary colors and geometric shapes on the walls as art and whatnot. She ushers you into a couple of surprisingly comfortable chairs for the fact that they're just two pieces of metal and a membrane, and she takes a seat on the other side of a stark white desk.
So I help Lady Maru get into the chair, and then I sit in the other one.
Like arranging him like a doll. Just pat him down.
And she says, Mr. J-Dog, I can't say that I have followed your career closely as I am not very familiar with dog bowl. However, I do know that you are rather a large personality in that world, and I am definitely looking forward to doing business with you. What exactly do you need to put into our care?
So, I don't know if you know anything about dog faces and antipodes, but our choppers are actually antiques passed down father to son and whatnot. Now, I'm traveling a lot lately. I'm not home enough. I don't want my chopper getting stolen. Laddie Maru's in the same boat. I'm also thinking putting my chain in there. So I open the suitcase. I'm like,
she takes a look. She sees your, clearly American-made chopper. She sees Larimaru's, like rough artisanal, native Ariadnan.
Art.
Yeah, most definitely. She sees the Americolt with the filigree, and she says, "These are certainly beautiful weapons, sir. And I do believe that we might have a position for them in our vault." She discusses with you the terms. There is definitely, fees for keeping your stuff. Since it's not monetary, like there's no way that the bank can invest it, so there's no gain for them. But they can give you a safety deposit box in the vault. And she tells you, I will go ahead and leave these with our tellers and the smaller vault for the time being. And at the end of the day, when we open the main vault, we will transfer those to safekeeping in there.
I look at her. You guys don't give a tour of the vault for new clients?
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid not, sir. That is staff only for security reasons. I'm sure you understand.
No, that makes sense. I look at Laddie. I'm like, sometimes things have to go ugly. So I stand up and I walk over to like hold her hand, like shake her hand.
She stands up as well. She goes to shake it.
And I say, I'm really going to need to see the vault.
Roll me. Let's see.
I assume we're all on comms together, so like B and Duke Jax know what's going on right now. And they know when to drop in.
Okay, so I'm going to say that this is going to be a Psywar attack because you're trying to intimidate her, I imagine.
Yeah, I like it.
So go ahead and roll me a...
Can Laddie assist by being big?
Yes, definitely. If Laddie does like a little growling and...
He totally
and
does
whatnot.
a little growly.
So roll me persuade or command, whichever you prefer.
All right, so it's going to be command. Laddie, go ahead and roll yours. I'm going to spend one momentum on this because...
I don't think I've ever assisted. Do I just roll my 2d20?
you roll 1d20, and it is against your persuade.
Yeah.
I like it. Hold on. Sharp senses, self-sufficient. Okay, no. I couldn't remember if I had any niceties for that. Yeah! That's 3 successes total.
Heck yeah.
3 successes. All right. So roll me the damage for your sideward attack, which would be 1 plus 2d6, and any bonus that you have from higher.
I actually have a
what was
+2 to Psywar. For fuck all knows what reason.
Fantastic. So 1 plus 4d6.
For an as of yet unknown reason, I'm apparently good at this. 2 damage. Whatever.
Okay. So that is 3 damage total. She's a little like taken aback. It's not quite enough to cause a metanoia, so she's going to say, "Sir, are you threatening me?"
Bitch, I might be.
No, ma'am. Not threatening. Just explaining the deeply sentimental value of these things, and that we need to make sure that the protection that you're giving them is sufficient. I don't mind being accompanied, but I absolutely would like to at least see what the inside of the vault looks like.
You can tell now that you're holding her hand that with your superior dog face senses, you do smell a spike on adrenaline coming from her, and you do feel her pulse quicken. And one of her hands is moving under the table.
Well, that's why I specifically tried to get between her and her desk. That's why I waited for her to stand up and essentially like brought her to me with the handshake.
Yeah. So she says, "Sir, there are procedures that need to be followed. I'm afraid that I cannot break those."
What is it? She needs to put in a password, was it? Or is it just an algorithm she needs to run from her computer? I forget.
Just algorithm that runs through the computer. You attach the device to the manager's computer.
You don't attach it to the computer. You attach it to the junction box once the process is started from the manager or assistant manager's computer.
Laddie suggests
Junction box, then start the program.
No, you start the program first, then you put the device on the junction box.
Laddie would like to suggest to Johnny internally
Because we could do that.
that maybe the manager could make an exception
FYI.
in this case.
FYI, if you use a threaten action with a weapon, you do increase the damage of that threaten action to whatever the weapon's damage rating is.
Okay. I tell her, look, perhaps your manager can make an exception. Because Laddie's a smart boy.
All right. Roll me another persuade.
I'm not good at this. Hey, I got a success.
That will be enough. Roll the damage for it.
I would really love to know why I get plus 2d6 to this shit. Damn, but only 1 damage, really?
Yeah. That's going to be a total of 2, so definitely not enough for metanoia.
Obviously the Duke is not there, but maybe for the next attempt you like pick up the weapon and you go like, you don't understand the sentimental value, and kind of like move it back and
That
forth.
will definitely be my next goal, but for right now I'm trying to get further away from
the desk. The alarmed
Yes.
desk.
the desk is alarmed.
What startled it?
Probably Johnny.
At this point, you do see that she is still not at a a panic level, but she is very like threatened by the fact that you are standing right in front of her. You're holding her hand, and you're most definitely an athletic individual who could do some damage. And she says, "I'm afraid that that's not going to be possible, sir."
Can Laddie also intimidate?
I'm gonna say that.
Let me see if
I'm gonna
Laddie's
say that
good at
Laddie,
intimidating.
if Laddie's any good at intimidate, Laddie should intimidate using his claw damage, so we don't actually have to pick up a weapon and get in any trouble.
Nice. What are we rolling for intimidation?
Command or persuade?
Either of those would do the same. I have. It's not great though. It's an 11.
Same as me. Take the momentum and do
Oh,
it, and
okay.
I will assist.
All right, rolling 3d20.
Doing good dog, bad dog.
What'd you?
Well, the
Bah.
2's gonna go through.
So I think that's one success, right?
And I add 1.
Oh, well then.
Oh, there you go. 2 successes.
Yeah.
So
Very
you do
nice.
get the momentum.
Nice.
Roll the damage.
So that's 2d6.
Plus your claw damage. You don't remember your claw damage, do you, madam?
No, it's
Hasn't
not.
used her claws since
I haven't
forever.
used my claws. Yeah, I've been using my Tessium chopper.
Let me see if I can go find it real quick.
Sorry.
It's in the Ariadna
It
source
is, in
book.
fact, in the Ariadna source book.
For some reason, the PDFs are loading heckin' slow on my computer.
I'm pretty sure that I have the PDF open to the to the Antipode page because I'm always looking up rules for us.
You the
Actually,
best.
you know, I'll try. Claws. It's 2N and vicious.
Ooh.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, add the extra for your strength, and let's see how.
So hold on. What's your strength there?
My brawn is only
So
13.
I think you had 3 from your brawn, 2 from the weapons, so you're rolling 5d6.
Okay, not 2d6 plus 5.
5d6 plus 1, actually.
Cool.
Oh, that is that's 4 from the get go.
Spend the momentum and
Reroll?
We'll re-roll the
Right.
3, the 4, the 3, and the 3. So 3 dice, 3d6. Oh, 6 and it's vicious, so
Okay.
that should
That's
be
6 damage.
7.
Yeah, that is definitely enough to cause a metanoia, which means that you do convince her to do something. But she is threatened at this point. Like she thinks of you as hostile. So
That's fine because the next thing was to hit her with a chopper. So, you know, her instincts are not wrong.
she takes a step back. You know, like she's hyperventilating a little bit, but she gets back control, and she says, "What do you need me to do?"
I need you to open the vault, and then show me the way.
This is the way.
Quietly. Letty adds to Johnny's brain.
She looks at you. She looks at Laddie. She is definitely terrified of Laddie, and she says, "In order to open the vault, I need to get into the manager's office.
Sounds.
If you wait for me here, I will go there, and I will start the opening process, and then I will leave."
I think about this and I'm like,
As in, leave the bank? Good idea.
I'm like, wait a second. Doesn't our information say that it can be opened from either the manager or the assistant manager's computer? Or am I remembering wrong?
I think it was any of the manager's offices. I think I also had the note. Let me see.
Julio, is that correct?
Yeah, you can open it from the manager or assistant manager's office.
Yeah, I tell her,
Good
nope,
catch.
you need to do it from right
I
there.
look at her
Don't-
and I say, just because I talk with an accent doesn't mean I think with one. I know you can open it from here.
All right, roll me a persuade.
Really? Is Laddie still assisting on this?
Laddie suggests to tell Johnny that
That's one success.
she
Alright, roll the
can
damage.
start it or we can start it. She can use her eyeball, or we can use her
We're not
eyeball.
on eyeballs yet. Just one.
Laddie does like a dog huff.
Yeah, we're actually ignoring eyeballs.
Yeah, that's not enough to cause a metanoia. So she is going to look you in the eye, and she's going to say, "Listen, I don't know what you want. I don't know why you're here, but I'm not going to put my job on the line over whatever the hell this is. Okay? I'm going to open the vault from the manager's office, and then I'm going on a smoke break."
Does she look scared enough that I can trust that that's what she's going to do, or?
Let me. So, which one would it be for that? I guess.
Observation?
Yeah, observation. Roll me on
Oh, wait.
observation.
I want to observate.
Okay, you observate and I will assist. How's that sound?
Let me make sure it's the thing that I think it is.
Are you gonna try to use your smells to see if she smells?
Can I
it?
analysis it instead?
She is going to persuade as a counter.
Wait, what's your observation?
That's 2 successes, so you have to get more than 2 successes to see
God.
for sure what she intends to do.
Okay.
Rurik, what's your observation?
My observation is an 11, and I have a focus on it.
Oh yeah, you should
I
observate.
also have sharp senses, which I do not remember what it does, but I'm looking it up.
You smell real good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like when using your smell.
You're a good
no,
sniffer.
the
Oh,
sharp-
can you smell
No,
fear?
the smelling is something else. Sharp senses is a talent that I have. I can re-roll a
Okay.
d20.
Cool. Yeah, you should do it.
That's good. All right, then Laddie, assist him.
All right.
Assist in the smellies.
I'm a very good sniffer.
Remember that when you sniff, you get to roll.
So good.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
so that's 1.
I get to roll 2? 2 sniffs?
I don't think when it's assisting,
No.
it's different.
Okay.
But that's going to be 1 success for me, and I'm going to re-roll the 20 because I can.
That will give you a complication, though.
Oh heck.
Oh, 2 complications.
I think you get the heat automatically. Oh no, we get. So are you picking up the heats or what?
I'm not picking up the heat. I'm actually going to use those complications as 1.
No.
You 100% believe that she's going to do what she says she's going to do.
Oh shit.
Am I on the comms? Is Duke
Yeah,
Jax
can't we,
on the
like,
comms
be like-
listening
Can't,
to
Hold
can't
this?
they
on.
convince us otherwise?
Even though we succeeded. Okay, so they know that I'm willing to trust people, and they say and they
So
talk.
here's the thing. Her persuade to tell you that what she's going to do was 2 successes. Then you rolled 2 successes total with 2 complications. So normally it will cancel out. The 2 complications, you 100% believe this woman.
We're on Duke Jax just telling you never trust a Hackaslamite when money is involved.
I look at her and I very sincerely say, "Look, I trust you, and I don't want anyone to get hurt here who doesn't have to. But just like you've got bosses, I've got bosses." Open up the computer program on your computer and then go for your smoke break. I will wait until you're out of the office so that you can say that it wasn't you that did it.
Okay, roll me a
And at this
persuade.
point, I grab the chopper.
Roll the persuade.
Can Laddie help?
That is 1 success.
Yeah, Laddie can definitely help.
Yeah, that's you're 11 on the nose, right?
Yes. Yes, I am. Whew.
I'm gonna be sad if I have to kill this lady. She seems like a nice enough fellow. Have I seriously not put?
If she gets in the way of our heist, she will be a nice enough stain afterwards.
Also, I want to point out that yes, you believe her, but
Antonio is terrifying.
she might have actually been telling the truth.
She might have,
You
but
never know.
and which is why I said I believe her, but
There's also no reason. Oh well, other than incriminating him and not herself.
All right. So that's gonna be.
I mean, 6 damage plus the 1, so 7 damage automatically before rerolls.
Yeah.
Because it's using the choppers profile.
Wait, 6 damage?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's 6,
it's vicious
6
3.
and 2 is 6 damage plus 1, so 7.
Yeah, so metanoia does happen because it's more than 5. And she says, the computer is right there. I'm going to leave now.
Okay. I open up the computer and ask Z.
She speed walks out.
Does she actually leave through the front door?
Yeah, the door of the office, and you just don't see her anymore because you're in the office.
Z, how do I do this?
Okay, I'm gonna walk them through it.
All right. This is made for non-tech people. And even though the difficulty of Johnny being even less than no-tech people for this universe, Z does manage to guide him through the opening sequence for the vault. And the timer on top of the vault starts going.
Okay. I load the Americold, but leave it in the suitcase. And I wait for the timer to get to 10 seconds left, and then walk outside, chopper on my back, Colt in the holster, into the main hall.
Oh yeah, Laddie's gonna get his chopper
FYI,
too.
and you would remember this because Guignol told you, if the counter ends and the device has not been placed on the junction box, or the 2 retina scanners have not been, used, the back of the bank blast door will close.
Well, no. I'm waiting for the 10-second mark. They should, as soon as I press the button, she should already be putting the thing on there.
Aren't you guys having to bring in the drill to bypass the eye socket stuff?
As soon as the device is down,
Yeah,
basically.
essentially,
But
as soon
it
as
will
they tell
need
me the device is down and that they're getting ready to come through the skylight, I walk into the main hallway.
Okay.
All right, so Duke, Jax, and B, what are you
In
guys
dog
doing now?
face.
Okay.
Good distinction.
All right.
So, we're waiting for our dismount on the roof.
Yeah, I mean, like, once the device is down, right, it takes what amount of time before
Where
it...
is it that I need to
You
put
guys
it in
are
the
you guys are on the container. The roof is next door. The Nomad operator is waiting for your instructions.
Oh, like, I thought we were already...
So
set.
Since the time frame is going back and forth, we're waiting until they go into the manager's office to tell the guy to start moving us onto the roof.
Okay,
So
when they enter the
on the roof, and then he says, "Well, I'm starting the program now." That's when we want to be in position to install the.
Okay, so as they were in the manager's office discussing with the manager, the container was slowly moving towards the bank, which is suspicious to nobody. Actually, roll me a stealth to see if anybody notices this happening.
Is this like a dual stealth thing, or?
Whichever one of you wants to do it. I will make the Nomad roll it, but he doesn't care. Oh, fantastic. That was gonna be difficulty 2, so perfect. You guys do the container gets lowered onto the roof. You both jump off, make your way to the junction box. There's actually, as you can see on the map, there is on the roof 4 junction boxes. So in order to determine which one is the right one, each one of you needs to give me a... actually, you know what? Let's go into initiative. You two...
Oh dear.
Yeah. Which junction box are you going to check? And let me... tell me what your tech roll is. Difficulty 1.
We're checking the manager ones for sure.
The one by the manager office?
Yeah.
All right, you're checking that one. Roll me a tech test.
Tech test. So, that other hacky thing that I got, the piggyback thing, it gives me like extra momentum that I can use when making tests of some sort. It like
Yeah, piggyback works when you are remote hacking onto something. It basically
Oh.
reduces the difficulty or gives you extra momentum when you are remote hacking through a network. Like if you're
Okay,
in a
so
building
totally-
and you're hacking people in another building.
Right. Okay. Then never mind. So just my normal 2d20s.
Is that 2 successes?
Yes.
Fantastic. You generate 1 momentum. This is not the correct junction box.
I'll check the junction box on the opposing side while V is checking that one.
The one that is how you call it on the other side, on the same, like the other top one on the map.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. Roll me a tech test, difficulty 1.
All right. That is 1 success.
Fantastic. People are, by the way, at this point are not really looking at you or anything because you rolled so well on the stealth. And you guys are just running through this gravel roof, checking junction boxes, and you crack open the panel for this junction box. You see the wiring, and you do see a connector that looks exactly like where Guihe's connection box should go into.
It's like, haha, the blue VGA cable goes into the blue VGA port.
Have you seen that comic? How do you build a computer? Well, squarey cable goes into squarey hole, roundy cable goes into roundy hole.
I'll have you know that neither Duke Jackson or Antonio are complete imbeciles when it comes to tech. I have a focus and a tech of 11, at least.
So he knows his shapes.
Yeah.
He knows his shapes. All right, so you do find it. B has the device, so I imagine you let her know.
Yeah.
Run with
B
your little legs.
Yeah,
B,
I'll go pick you
shuffles
up
over.
if we run faster.
Antonia just sprints across the roof, grabs her, sprints back, puts her in front of the junction. All right. Then at this point, you guys are waiting for to be 10 seconds on the timer, and the timer goes down to 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and then B snaps the device in, and the alarm immediately goes off.
All right, let's ride that. Let's ride the container all the way down.
Yes.
You can see the Laddie and Johnny. You can see that on top of the vault entrance, there is a digital timer that goes glitchy for a second and displays for a second 6U J1 J3.
So it spells Guido's name.
And it eventually goes back to 3 minutes 0 seconds down to 2:59. And initiative will begin. After 3 rounds, the first teams of Drew's shock teams will start arriving. So you guys have to hold here for 3 rounds, or rather, for 6 rounds.
6 rounds is what, when the smokers get here?
3 rounds is when the first team gets here. 6 rounds is when the vault opens.
Oh shit! Okay.
Or rather, the entrance to the back rooms open.
6 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this.
But for now, you don't have much to contend with. There's only 6 security people and the Anaconda.
Not much. No big deal. It's no
Yep.
biggie.
You got this.
All right. So, Americolt and Chopper in hand. Is the Anaconda capable of getting to where the vault is, or is it too big? Like if we go down the hallway, it can't get to us.
The Anaconda is definitely too big to move anywhere outside of the central area of the lobby. You actually see like the shoulders and head are actually past the first floor balcony railings.
Okay. Is initiative starting with the drill on the ground with us?
No, the drill's still in the container and it's on the roof right now. So you can make a command test to tell the Nomad crane operator to do with it whatever that is that
All right.
you want him to do.
Dude, Jax, that's on you.
All right, bring us down, and V play us some tunes on the way down.
So you guys are running. B and Dujax are running back to the container
Yep.
for that first round. Okay. You get back on there. You clamber onto the top. Then Johnny and Laddie, what are you doing?
What's the scene look like when we walk into the main hall?
Well, you wolfed out, so there is a bunch of bank workers, civilians, and everybody's kind of like looking around, like what's going on. As soon as they spot you, people start running away from you, and some of the security people start bringing up weapons, and the Anaconda is turning around to face you.
Can I make it to the Anaconda from where I am in one round?
Let's see, you are in there, so it'll be 1, 2, 3. It's 3 zones away. So as far as movement goes,
It's time for me to look up super jump again.
Oh man, I miss super jump.
Oh, it's not called super jump in this game.
Well, that's stupid. Get it together, Carlos. Carlos I.
the Council of Carlos does not appreciate your snark.
I don't appreciate their naming conventions.
I mean, I don't know why we're upset with the Carlos High, but
Because they could have just called it super jump. There's always a reason to be upset with the Carlos I. You just have to think for like 2 seconds.
So, movement.
I'm pretty sure Johnny has buns. He's in serious danger.
oh, it is called super jump.
Oh, okay. I take back half of what I said to the Carlos I.
Oh no, it just lets me vault things up to my height without rolling.
I guess that's fine.
All right, so it takes a standard action to move to a zone
Were
2.
you gonna jump on the Anaconda?
I was 100% gonna jump on the Anaconda.
Oh my god, that's what I wanted to do.
We're both good. This is gonna be the end of Jurassic Park, and we're the Raptors.
I love how synchronized we are. I think we're the same person.
You guys
So
are
if you
the
look at
same.
the map, every room basically that you move into is a zone. So right now you are on the first floor, management office O2. So to move into the hallway between the offices, then onto the area with the
Forgive me.
with the balcony area, and then jump into the main hall where the Anaconda is. That will be 3 zones. So it will be a standard action. You can get there, but you wouldn't be able to attack. Which, by the way, I'm really liking having a map. I think I might make this a...
Okay, in that
a
case,
more
I'm going to run
thing.
and jump onto it and be just right in front of it.
Okie dokie. So, Duke Jax, will you give the Nomad operator instructions on what to do?
Yeah, drop us. The Duke wants to drop.
All right. To count for language language difficulties, roll me a persuade a command. Difficulty 1.
Well, with their Corregidorian, the Duke says it in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
El Duque habla español también.
All right. So you do speak English and Spanish, but you don't speak Nomad patois. So, but I will. That's why I make it a difficulty 1 rather than difficulty 2. In the heat of the moment.
Duque also habla italiano.
Give the signal!
All right, that's 2 successes, actually. That's 3 successes, actually.
With
So I'll
Z's
focus on
sign
command.
language and the Duke's Espanol.
Yeah, the Duke
We're
tries his
solid.
hand at mixing Spanish and English, and he drops some Miami Spanglish on him, and
He threw in some Italian.
threw
He did
in
like
some
this.
Italian.
Bibbidi bobbidi boobidi.
He said,
Yeah, the crane operator, he says, "Oh yeah, I got you, bro." And he raises the crane, places it on top of the skylight, and next round he will be dropping you guys. Laddie, what will you be doing?
Join me, laddie.
Man. Laddie wants. Can we like run to the next floor and jump on the anaconda?
I imagine.
Yeah, it's more or less what Johnny
Yeah.
did. He's just
Okay.
jumped in front.
I can also
Yeah,
do that.
I imagine
Excellent.
you're with me.
I didn't say it before because I totally forgot, but I am pretty sure that Laddie Maru's been chatting with Lady Kimiko. Is that what we named her?
Yeah.
And he's totally got on some nice, not too nice, but like a little like souvenir kimono on top of
absolutely.
his armor, and he's just all in character. So yeah, he's gonna run. He's gonna look very majestic, leaping onto that anaconda with his Tessium chopper.
You know what? Roll me at degrees of success athletics,
All right.
just to see how majestic this is. Because you can't do it, but I want to see just how amazing this comes out.
Oh god, I hope it comes out good. It did. Yes.
So Larimaru, he walks out of the office with his kimono like flowing in the wind under his hat. He like shuffles out of the hallway, and then he leaps through the air, and you swear you could see cherry blossoms just trailing him as he falls behind the chimera. Now you guys are flanking it. It's kind of looking back and forth, doesn't know what's going on.
The pilot takes a
right
metanoia.
now. And this turn, every enemy is going to have just a single action because they are surprised at this turn of events. One of them is going to instinctively just take a shot at Johnny. And he gets one success.
I think they're granting you inspiration, but that should be momentum for the
I
squad.
like it.
Fish.
I'm gonna do my free fuck that noise. They got one success, you said?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna.
At least one momentum is especially for Z. I mean B.
So that's one success.
Fantastic.
I could re-roll the other one. Oh yeah, actually, because I want the momentum. Hold on a second. My bad.
Hold on a minute, Link.
Yep. So there you go. I'm just like no.
Alright.
Paradise. Para.
You make your stances as you were taught in USMC military school.
CQC.
The basics of CQC, and there's no moment. Then the next one, it takes a shot at Larimaru.
Heck off.
He gets one success.
Laddie, take your free thingy.
Okay.
Okay.
Put a little blanket over it.
Oh shit.
Oh god, re-roll that. Oh, so that's two successes from the one, but re-roll the 20, which will still give Julio a heat.
Whew. Okay.
Indeed.
There we go.
Alright, so Julio gains a heat, but we gain 2 momentum. Julio, I know he's saving all of his heat for when the anaconda goes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Next up is going to be another guard. He is going to run into one of the side offices. Then the next one is going to take another shot at Johnny. But that's going to be 2 successes.
Alright, so I have to pay you a heat. And I'm actually going to go ahead and spend one of the momentums because we're at 7.
And you get 2 dice for
I
it.
get 2 dice for it. So I will probably gain momentum.
Reroll that dice. You get another heat, Julio. What generous players we are.
That's still 5
You're welcome.
successes, so whatever. I gained 3 momentum. After all the complaints that the viewers give Julio all of the heat, we have given him a crap ton of heat this time around.
The dice give it, but they take it away. As do we.
True. That's what we get for giving Eddie shit.
Okay, so that was...
I forgot that once we get to 10
1,
momentum,
2,
it no
3,
longer
4.
fits on my little momentum counter dealing.
Oopsies.
So another guard is going to take a shot at Johnny.
Really?
One success.
You stop that. You're silly.
There's 6 guards and an anaconda, so.
No biggie.
I mean, fine. Take your 2 fucking heat. Whatever. And I'll spend my momentum.
I mean,
I'm not going to remove the
you could
momentum
just-
until after I roll. Hey, look at that. 5 successes.
Yes.
What's the cap for momentum in this game?
there is none. I don't think.
There is no cap
Alright.
for momentum or heat.
We just spiral infinite.
Alright, because we're at 14 now.
I might have to house roll this.
We are going even further beyond.
And then the last one is going to take a shot at Laddie.
Hey.
Hey, we get a momentum. Laddie, you're
Yay.
paying the 1 heat to him?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
You are. You don't have any armor.
All right.
Do you want to pay the 1 momentum?
I do have armor, don't I?
I don't remember.
Well, I mean,
You have the-
no, I mean, she got 2 successes from the get-go.
Yeah. I'm good, I think.
Yep.
Alright, so that gives us 2 momentum because of the heat, because of his failure also. Wait, we can spend it for other things, not just gaining momentum. I would like his gun to jam. Is that 1 momentum? Is that
Oh,
is that
yeah.
1 or is that more than 1, Julio?
I'm just going to do the give you momentum thing.
Alright, fine.
So.
Alright.
He doesn't want the gum to jam.
Actually, you know what? I'll give it to you. Never mind.
Yay.
So his gun is going to have a jam.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate that. That's very kind of you.
I'm going to say that since he's never used it since it's been posted here. Because nobody's crazy enough to go hard at the...
It's,
You know.
He doesn't even know if this thing's on. Like,
Alright.
yeah, I like it.
So it's his turn. And I'm going to spend 3 heat.
Oh, Anaconda.
You see that he looks to J-Dog, he looks to Laddie Maru, and then he goes like, "Oh shit!" Like you do hear it from the Anaconda speakers. He's saying, "Oh shit! Finally, some fucking action!"
He's just been so bored.
Yeah.
We're doing him a favor.
And he, the arm comes to the back of the Anaconda, and then brings out a machete that you swear is as big as Larimaru.
Uh-oh.
What?
And
But
he
from
does,
up top, Duke Jax has spotted his new sword.
he takes a step towards Johnny with his off leg, and he does like a backspin, backhand slash down onto him that breaks a couple of columns on the side. And let's see how good he does in that. Yeah,
His
that's gonna
true
be,
dream is to just destroy this bank.
and he's going to re-roll 2 of them.
No.
And yeah, there's gonna be 6 successes.
Damn.
Alright. If that's how we finna be, here's your 3 heat back. I'm gonna spend 2 momentum because I'm not getting hit by that shit. That's not the game we're playing today.
Reroll a 19.
That's 5 successes. He
All right.
still hits me.
So Johnny goes and brings up his chopper and like kind of goes into a blocking stance, and the impact of this like 6-foot long machete just clangs against him, and he actually, let's see how much he does.
Where does he hit me?
Let's roll the d20 for that. 14.
That's a body shot at least. Thank God for small races. How much damage is that?
Absolutely. So that's gonna be 3, 4, 5 plus roll a what was it again? Resistance difficulty 2.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna spend another momentum. That sucked.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Momentum.
That was pretty rude of the giant snake thing.
It's Pierce 3,
Okay.
FYI.
Holy
so I'm gonna
shit.
take 2 damage. Even being the fucking bad mamma jamma. That is 2 successes though.
Alright. So yeah, you feel that this thing would have basically, if you had taken the brunt of the impact, it would have sent you flying across the room and onto the back wall. But you kind of like glance it a little bit, and it only scrapes your armor. And then I'm going to spend 2 momentum for him to, in the same motion that he just hit. 2 heat in the same motion that he just hit J-Dog. He's going to keep it going, turn around, and just uppercut slash at Laddie. And I'm going to spend 3 more heat for that. So,
Ouch.
and that is 7 successes.
Oh my god.
Pay him his 2 heat, and then spend 2 momentum.
Definitely gonna. So I can roll 4, right?
5.
5.
5. I'll just do it in this thingy. Heck.
Oh god, that's awful.
Just re-roll the 18.
Okay.
That's 5 successes.
Jeez.
So I get 2 more heat.
Yep.
What
And
can I say except you're welcome?
And let's see the damage. That's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, I believe.
You couldn't just roll a bunch of 2s? You didn't want to do that?
2s is bad.
You want me to
2s is
roll a
bad.
bunch of 2s?
2s
I
is no
could.
good.
No, the 2s are bad.
I'm sorry, 3s. 3s and 4s are the ones that don't do
3s,
anything,
4s,
right?
and 5s are we
3,
want.
4s, and 5s.
Yeah, that's going to be 6, Pierce 3.
Oof.
Where?
Let's
I
see
don't think
what
it makes a
goes.
difference. I don't think she has
6.
more than 3 armor anywhere.
Don't hurt me!
Alright, so Laddie, you're gonna take 4 damage.
Ouch.
And take your resistance test difficulty too.
Do you want to spend a momentum check on that also, Laddie?
Yeah, I probably should. Sorry, writing down my damage because my character sheet is trash. I'll fix it eventually. So I can roll 5 again?
4. No, 3.
this
3.
time?
3. 3. 3. 3. Unless you
3?
have something special for
Alright.
resistance.
Alright, making up numbers.
Do you have anything special for resistance?
No, but I think I'm
Should be
okay.
3
That is
successes.
3 successes.
Hold on.
Yeah, because your brawn is 13, so I do think that it is 3
So you
successes.
gain back the momentum. Alright.
Heck yeah.
And you do feel also that this blow would have sent you flying if
You'd take
it had actually
head
landed.
on. Full force.
Yeah, and actually at this point, the anaconda, you notice that the boxes that it has in the back are actually speakers, just big ass speakers, and that's how you heard the oh shit, and just music starts playing, and this is very, very obviously video game combat music.
He just really wants to fight.
Yeah,
Laddie understands.
Oh god.
He ain't even mad.
yeah, he's like, come on, bitches, come at me.
It's finally something that hits harder than we do.
Top of round.
Top around.
All right. Let us come in bursting through the ceiling.
Making
Yes.
our entrance.
Just fucking trench coat fluttering in the wind created by our fall. Just like Duke Jack's arms crossed. Who the hell do you think we are? And I just leap with greatsword in hand and swing at the anaconda.
All right, so to command the nomad to drop the thing, and that will be, you know, how to see if it hits the anaconda. Roll me a command test. That's gonna be the container full of drill attack.
Okay.
The drill that will pierce the anaconda.
All right. I'm gonna spend 1 momentum for
Okay,
it.
that sounds fair.
That is 2
Thanks.
successes.
I'm going to spend the heat for. Actually, he doesn't spend heat for his first reaction, so that's going to be 2, and that is 3 successes to move out of the way. So get that heat back, and he as soon as the kang of the crane leaving the letting go of the container sounds, you see that the anaconda just goes like, what? And he does like a kung fu roll to the side, and the container just clangs down into the middle of the lobby, cracking the marble floor. The anaconda at this point is like on a 3-point pose with his machete in his hand. It goes like, God damn! Y'all don't play!
Nope.
All right.
Does he want to come
Alright,
work
can I
for
still attack him as well?
Duke's dogs?
Well, your action was to give the command. So let's say that you can't move, but
All right, you know what? I will move, and then I'll pay you. I'll spend 2 momentum to then attack as well.
Fantastic.
Okay.
I'm going to spend 2 heat for him
React?
to.
Okay, and then I'll spend 1 momentum to get myself 2 extra dice. So 3 momentum spent by me.
Okay.
Fantastic. You know what? I'm gonna spend 3 heat, 4 heat. Fuck it, I have so much.
In the background, it's like Devil May Cry music. Is like, steal a soul for a second chance.
Basically, yeah, that's what he's blasting, and that's 4 successes.
Already started. I'll re-roll the 2. Well, you will get an extra heat for that. All right, so that's 4 versus 4.
Yep. He
Just clanks.
he brings up his machete and just like parries your hit. He sees your claymore. This is getting heated. So that we are at 2 rounds. By the way, this is the second
Right.
round. Just FYI. And actually, you do see that the timer on top of the vault is going a little bit faster than you thought. Like 2 seconds at a time, kind of fast. For some reason.
For some
is this
reason.
good or bad?
Yeah.
Bad.
It's good for us. It means that we'll be able to get in faster if we have to dip.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I thought that was the thing that the timer has to finish so
In
that
order
the door
to
can
order.
open so that we can use the drill.
Yeah,
Right?
that's where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right,
all
who's
very
next?
confusing.
Z, you want to hack the tag?
Me. Yes. So, question. So the Claw 1 gotcha thingy, it says I can shut down his moated subroutines. That means he can't move, right? So he will not
Yeah,
be able to attack.
He would be stuck in place, basically.
Okay.
Right now, yeah.
That is what I'm attempting to do.
All right.
2 successes.
Fantastic. That is going to be enough to hit.
Heck yeah.
And what is the...
And it gains a momentum, right?
I don't-
Actually, no, he has a firewall value of 1, so that's going to be a 1 success.
Got it.
Damn.
Or not firewall value of 1, but he has like
Defense.
1 firewall.
you.
Yeah.
So yeah, roll damage to see if you can cause the harm.
how many d6s was it? 5, I think.
So does the program actually say on the list?
No, Oh,
Well, remember that to immobilize it, she just has to spend a momentum. So she spends the momentum,
Yeah.
but she still has to roll for damage.
It's
Yeah.
2 momentum to immobilize it, and then it's.
But she would have to still breach it. Is that correct? Like, I just
No,
want
you
make
just
sure
have to
that
hit and then spend the momentum.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Mhm.
And then she has to do the
So that I
damage
don't-
separately.
I mean, I do still do
Yes,
damage?
the attack should have damage.
Yeah.
I don't see.
Hold on.
Because you would be able to cause effects in addition to that with the breach damage.
So
Right,
Gotcha
right,
does
right.
1 plus 2n.
I don't know. Where do you see?
It's on the programs
that?
table on 353. And then it's also based on your intelligence. What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is. Where is Z? Oh, 16. No, Not 16. 13?
13, so you're going to do a total of 5d6.
Yeah.
1 plus 5d6.
Okay.
And then the program has BE1, which I don't know what that means.
Might be like Pierce one
I'm checking.
equivalent.
Um,
Oh god, trying to control FBE. There's 6,296 hits.
Oh no.
That was
Try BE space X.
It does it like it's to the power of 1, as opposed to being the other ones, which would have had just a number next to it. So I'm not sure it'll...
Well, I'm going to go up to the qualities. But so right now he's immune. How much damage did he take?
Yeah. Well, you actually, considering, damage just as it is, you do know that your attack, even though you did cause his motor functions to cease for the time being, his BTS is way too high for this kind of damage. He took none.
BTS?
Biotechnological shielding. Basically, his ability to soak, like his armor, his tech armor.
Mm-hmm. So no damage, but he's still stuck. He can't move.
Yeah.
Okay, that's solid. That's helpful.
Progress.
Yeah. At this point, you do see that the legs go to move, and he goes like, "What the fuck?" from the speakers.
Okay. And
Why
I
don't we
guess-
just climb in and kill the pilot?
BE means breach effect. It's what gives her the ability to immobilize him by spending momentum.
Oh, okay.
Breach
That's...
effect. Got it.
We don't have to
That
kill him. He might be a bro. We can just throw him out.
makes-
Laddie's just putting it out there.
Just pull him out like he's in a Halo vehicle, just yoink.
I would be pretty horrified if a giant gorilla dog climbed onto my tag, yanked open the hatch, and dragged me out of it. Just putting that
I'm
out
commandeering this vehicle.
Let's see.
So it's Laddie. You want to go?
there. Yeah.
Laddie.
Can I climb the tag and open the door?
So you know that a tag, you can't just open the door, but you have to cause some damage to it. Let's say that you can, if you achieve a structure failure, you can access the door. A second structure failure will make it openable.
Sounds fair.
All right.
Laddie lets me know his plan,
We're
and that's
doing
what
it.
we're working towards.
All right. Let's go. Can I
Crack it open like a clam.
use momentum on damage, but not to hit? Is that a thing?
What? Yeah, you can use momentum to increase your damage or to re-roll your damage.
Okay. So I guess I'll hit first. Should I use a momentum to do
Yeah,
that?
because you get the 4 dice.
Yeah, you get
Oh,
the 4
yeah.
dice, you might generate more momentum than you spend.
Sure. Did I?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, that's a lot of
5
success.
successes.
In. All right. Holy shit! How many dice do I get to roll for damage now?
Oh, it was 8, I thought? 8 or 9?
8d6, I believe.
Yeah.
Wait, I remember one of us, either Rurik or I, was rolling one less dice
No,
than
that
we were
was me.
supposed to. Oh, that was you?
Yeah, it wasn't applying, whatchamacallit, the power armors extra.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think I roll 8. I'll roll 9 if you want me to, but I think I roll 8.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
You can spend a momentum to reroll 3 dice.
Is it 3?
3.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Let's do it.
All right. How much momentum?
Three.
That's a lot of damage.
How much momentum did she earn?
Okay.
Well, it's 1 to hit plus, so all the others are momentum.
So
So she would spend 1, then generated 4,
spent 1.
and then spend another 1. So we would have plus 3 on this interaction.
Okay.
And how much damage is that?
2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 damage. Any pierce?
4.
Pierce of 4.
Pierce 4.
Tessie heckin' chopper.
Is that enough?
So you do hit it. It's a good hit. Not enough to expose the hatch.
Almost.
Yeah, almost enough. It's getting it. You can tell that you know, in a scale of 1 through 17, you did about 8 to expose the
Jesus.
hatch.
All right, my turn.
This is a very strange scale, but
Right?
okay. It's a very exact scale.
I spend my momentum to bring myself up to 4 dice.
Mhm.
That's going to be 4 successes.
Maru's living his King Kong dreams, just scaling the tag and stabbing it.
Monkey.
Doggo.
That's awful, so I'm going to spend 1 of the momentum that I generated to fix this. 1, 2,
Good
3,
idea.
4, 5, 6, 7.
7 dice you get to reroll. Jesus.
That was awful. That's not very much better. Okay, so
You got 2 out of it.
that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage total. 10 damage total, sorry.
Okie dokie.
With a
So
pierce of
that
4.
is a pierce of 4. 10 damage total. Pierce of 4. Almost enough to expose the hatch. Like it's the cover, the protection that it has is like hanging by a thread.
I'm going to spend 1 momentum, and I'm going to shoot at one of the other dudes in the area because they're faffing about.
Sounds good. Going to spend 1 heat for them to dodge,
That's going to be 2 successes.
and that's gonna be 1 success to dodge. So you do hit him.
It's the first time I'm using my new gun. Give me a second as I figure that shit out. So it's going to be 2... Oh. It's based on coordination.
Oh no.
So it's just 5d6.
Weren't you a professional athlete?
Which is agility,
You
not
have good
coordination.
Okay.
So that's going to be 1,
Just-
2, 3 damage, but it has knockdown, which will do...
He is behind a column, so let's roll his soak, and that's gonna be 5 soak or 4 soak for this turn.
Okay, so he's not going to take any damage, but he has to make a knockdown check because all that matters is the effects, apparently.
Sure.
I don't know.
so
I didn't make the rules. I
knockdown.
don't know how this shit works.
Yeah, let's see. And it's 1 success. This is a knockdown 1 or 2.
It actually runs off the edge of the character sheet. Give me a second. I did not write it down because I'm a dinkus. I only wrote down knockdown.
Actually, I might be remembering that wrong. Hold on. Knockdown.
The other thing that I'm forever looking up is the Americold because I can never remember what the fuck it is.
Wound effects. Knockdown. No. That's not on there.
So knockdown, it's the difficulty is equal to the number of effects rolled. So the difficulty was 2.
So he is knocked down.
Well done.
Yeah, the bullet goes right through. Yeah.
It knocks a chunk of the column out. And it hits
Yeah. Knocks a chunk of the column out. It hits him right on the back plate of the plate carrier that he's wearing, and he kind of like spins once and just like face plants it.
All right.
Alrighty. So now onto these guys. The one that went into the office is going to clickety clack to see, and that's 3 successes. So I generate 2 heat, and the anaconda. You notice that like it was, but now it goes. Ah, shit! All right.
Oh lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy.
The one that's knocked down, he's going to, stand up.
He gets knocked down, but he gets up again.
Ah.
Yeah.
Presumably Pyro just gave the DM another heat because he wasn't already outnumbering us.
Why would you do that? Why do you hate us?
Because he loves me.
It's not like we're literally fighting a 12-foot robot or anything.
Right?
It's no biggie.
Yeah. So he's going to take a shot at Johnny because Johnny shot him. Brat, that's going to be 1 success.
I'm gonna do my free thing,
This does not please the Duke.
which gives you a heat
Fantastic.
and does not generate me a momentum. Whatever, man. Whatever, dog.
But it was only 1 success, so you did.
Right.
All right.
I protect.
Heck this.
The next one is actually going to take a shot at B because he's very startled by the things that fell from that container. And that is 1 success.
Spend the heat and then roll your dodge. You do not want to get shot.
No, I don't. So I will do as advised. So I roll my 2d20, and you said it was dodged. Is that like a skill?
I'm pretty sure dodge is a skill.
Yeah, it uses your athletics.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, acrobatics, agility, acrobatics.
Oof. Okay.
That did not sound good.
Oh, okay. Well, at least 1 success.
Yeah,
1 success is like,
that's enough.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't get.
He brings up his gun and he takes aim at Z, squeezes the trigger, but Z just just out of the way
Stick my little fist.
with her little yellow hard hat just kind of wobbling. Okay, so that was everybody, I believe. Oh no, wait, it's on me. Those 2 guys. Third one gonna take a shot at Laddie,
It sounded
No.
good when you said it was everybody.
and that's 1 success.
No.
Well, you dodge it for free. So.
Not like that, I don't. Oh, well, 1 success.
Yeah, there's
and 1
one, and
success.
one cancels.
More heat.
No more.
No more heat.
Bad.
Muy caliente.
Come on, we're all Floridians. We know how it is.
I got nothing nice to say about that.
We're from the tropics, bro. We like it hot.
Do we though?
I'd like to point out that I am clearly more. I have more Spanish blood than anything else, and probably the fucking mountains. I am a dwarf and I diggy diggy hole. All right, what's next?
This is Spanish,
okay.
German, Ukrainian in here, so
So
the
that
heat's
was-
not call to me.
1, 2, 3, 5. Yeah, the last one is going to take a shot.
Is this the one with the jammed
That's-
rifle?
No, the Anaconda has the jammed Spitfire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's good. No, let's keep it.
That's good. That's fine. We're okay with that.
He's gonna take a shot at Duke Jax. Let's give him a chance to be cool. Be
That's
a
fine.
cool guy.
He's wearing power armor. Just be a cool guy.
And that's
Just
a success.
Julio, are you drinking
And
out of a barrel?
did the Anaconda use its action
He
to
is.
reset,
My
or
bone.
has it still not gone?
What?
Did the Anaconda use its action to reset, or has it just not gone yet?
One of the guards actually reset
it?
for him.
Wow, what a rude dude. The Duke, anticipating pain to follow, just like leans into the shot.
All right. Let's see how much damage does. Just 3 damage.
I just soak all of it, no matter where you hit me.
Yep. Combi rifles against heavy infantry.
You put a fucking hole in my trench coat, and like, no matter what happens, that guy's dying tonight.
Yeah, I can see it. Like Duke Jax just slowly lifts his head and looks in its direction, and this guy's like, "Oh no."
What have I done?
Drops the rifle, goes, "It wasn't me," and points at one of the other guys.
Oh no.
All right.
At this point, the anaconda, seeing how it's four of you and one of him, and you all seem so interested in hitting him, he goes like, "Oh, so that's how it's gonna be. All right." And you hear that the speakers on the back start a crescendo going. It goes, bah! Explodes with an explosion of sound.
It's the boss music.
I don't know if you guys see, but I am in utter shock at what's going on. I'm like, this is not a fair fight. He's got gimmicks.
This is bullshit.
God, look, joke's on him. I roll on the ground.
What?
Yeah, dodge roll. Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
He parry and riposte. He is done for. Open hand parry. Just
I like to think there's just like some skinny little nerd in there.
have you seen tag pilots? They're all pretty jacked, actually.
Yeah. Because it's hydraulics and shit, like
Yeah,
you gotta...
you're still doing the motions in there.
Oh, are you?
Mm-hmm. It's like super power armor at that level.
All right, cool. So that is straight up.
Dude, you just attack basically.
And I'm going to spend the heat to re-roll 1, 2, 3 dice. Fantastic. So it's going to be 1 to everybody except for Dukejax, because he's wearing a full armor get up.
1 damage?
Is going to take 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 morale damage.
What does that mean?
Or rather, resolve damage.
Each?
Yeah, each.
Jeez.
So I have a resolve defense of 4, but I don't know what that means.
So the resolve soak or 4 resolve, how you call it? Excess or whatever.
What is the resolve thing for?
Well, in the damage
First
tracks.
time I'm coming to it, yeah.
Yeah, the damage tracks, you have Vigor, which is for physical damage,
Mhm.
Resolve, which is for mental damage, and Firewall, which is for tech damage. This does mental damage.
So
we lose those X's?
I'm keeping track of it on
Yeah.
another piece of paper, so I don't forget how many I'm supposed to have in the first place. But does the resolve?
How does that get
does,
punished?
does the defense 4 mean that I soak 4 of them?
Is it defense 4? Like, is it morale
It
defense?
says resolve defense.
Okay, I'm not following what
I don't
you
know. On
mean.
my character sheet in the upper right hand corner, it says resolve defense 4.
On the upper right hand corner.
That is your Geist's resolve.
Oh yeah, that's the guy.
Oh, cool. Never mind then.
Your resolve soak should be under defenses on the right next to the damage. It should be under morale.
Got it. So I'm just taking the full damage.
It might not have generated correctly, because I think everyone has at least some morale soak, right?
Mine definitely hasn't generated correctly, so...
Yeah, I have 0.
All right, let's go look it up.
I mean, I have 10 X's.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. But unless you have at least 5 morale soak, this is definitely gonna cause a metanoia.
Right.
And actually causes 2 metanoias because it's Grievous.
Where to...
Looking at the pre-made NPCs, it doesn't look like there's morale soak for regular people. Only like the Autolisk seem to have had morale soak.
So hold on.
So
I'm gonna do
yeah.
a thing. Julie, do the thing. I am gonna spend 2 morale to do inspire. So everybody gets 1 die of morale soak. I then suggest that everybody spends one momentum to gain one additional. So we'll roll 2 dice to soak. But it will cost us a total of 6
2d20?
morale. 6
You
mean
six
momentum?
Yeah.
Momentum.
2d20?
2d6.
2d6.
My suggestion.
Because that will give it to everyone.
That'll give
right?
everybody 2d6 soak. But it'll cost us 6 momentum. We'll be down to 1 momentum.
1 second. Let me check.
Did I do a good job?
You got 1 soak. So you're going to take 8. Z soaked 4, so she's going to take 5. I'm going to take 7.
I take none.
Yeah, you, Duke Jax
badass.
has
Oh, so-
a helmet that fully covers his head, so he's not
Alright, so we
affected.
spend 1 less than what I'm talking about. So we have 2 momentum left. That sucked.
2 metanoias for each one of you. I'm gonna say that the
we all
first one
soaked at least
is
a little bit, so we should only get the 1.
you took 5.
Oh, right, because it's
so
grievous.
that gives you 1
Never
metanoia.
mind, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and it's grievous, so you get 2 metanoias. I'm gonna say that the first one is that you drop your weapons, and the second one is that you run away.
Yeah, if
What?
you spent Inspire costs 2, right? So if you spend 3 of it, it should be 3 because it's allies with close range gain +1 morale soak per person that does this. So if the 3 of you did it, it would be
No,
3 dice to negate.
I spent 2, and then everybody spent 1.
Yeah, okay.
What is the meta noise?
So yeah, you guys, all 3 of you, you heard this horrifying sound. You dropped your weapons, brought your hands to your ears, and it's just horrible. Like you can feel your teeth, the inside of your teeth, just shaking and vibrating with the high pitched sonic scream that this thing has unleashed. And yeah, you drop your weapons and you do your best to move to a position where you will not hear this continuous E sound. Pretty sure you all have tinnitus now. You actually do notice that it's not just you. The guards are also like just on the floor rolling. They have all dropped their weapons and they're like screaming, which you can't hear because you can't hear anything. But yeah, that's what's going on now.
Well, this is lame. Laddie hates it.
That the metanoia will continue as long as that sound goes on, or we're stuck with that metanoia.
Metanoias, like these specifically, is just an effect. Like I choose to give you two morale wounds. If you take 4, you're incapacitated, but you have taken 2 so far, and for each one of those, I give you an effect, which was you drop everything you're holding, put your hands in your ears, and you run. So you are now, at long range from the anaconda.
Am I still in range to possibly hack still, or I would have to move into range?
Considering that you can hack at a pretty good distance, you can in one turn move into range and hack. And now we go back to the top of 3.
So
Okay.
it's an action to regain our senses, right?
So yeah, the thing that it hit you with is called a screen box array. In order to, attack this thing again or to fight it again, you have to take a Brawn plus Discipline test, difficulty 5, in order to get your bearings and your senses. You're all basically out of your.
And is it one where you build the successes, or is it you have to get the 5 in 1?
You roll Brawn plus Discipline. So you know what? It doesn't say, but I'm gonna say that you can build it.
All right. So
So trying to do an action now while we're in this state is like difficult, or like do we get like minuses or something
Yes, you have to do the Brawn plus discipline test.
in
To
order
take-
to do any other action?
Yeah. In order to take any action other than fleeing the area in terror.
Okay. Okay.
1 second. If I spoke, it would be my action. Like I cannot speak and attack. Correct.
I'll give it to you as a minor. You can speak as.
All right. I will speak to my team and attempt to inspire them with command.
Fantastic.
What's that do?
And as opposed to rolling, I am just going to spend an infinity point on it and then get my 2 dice as well. So let's see.
I'll
that
count
is-
those successes towards the.
4 successes. So now they all need to roll just 1 success
Fantastic.
because I have focus on command.
So we just do our normal rolls, and you
So,
said
yeah,
it was
through my armor speakers, you guys hear me call out to you guys.
Yeah, through the intense tinnitus and the that you have all ringing in your ears, and the hyperventilation and the damn near vomiting that was induced by this screenbox array. You hear
get down to business.
the very distant voice of Duke Jax going, and somehow you feel like this might not be as bad as you think. By the way, all the windows and every glass item in this entire bank is now completely shattered.
All right, and now I'm gonna attack this Lord of Douche, and I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to give myself additional
Face
die,
off between the
Alright.
Duke of Jax and the Lord of Douche.
and
I'm
then
going to
I'm gonna
spend-
spend my last infinity point as well.
I'm going to spend. Let's make it. How much heat do I have? 3 heat, and none for the reaction, so that he's going to attempt to fight back.
All right.
And
I just got that's 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 7 successes.
he rerolls those 2, and that's gonna be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Yep. So you got 2 more successes than he did.
And 2.
So that's
Okay,
one
give
momentum.
me that momentum.
He brings down his machete, but Duke Jax very ably in the middle of his swing just like deviates just enough so the machete and the claymore do like shing, and this sparks flying, and he goes up with his attack.
I will spend this 1, 2, 3. Is it worth it?
Let me work it.
If the cockpit's just about to be exposed. Alright, how much momentum are we at?
2.
After gaining 2 from the
You
attack
gain
as
1
well?
from the attack because you got 2 successes.
Okay. Damn. Alright, we'll spend 1 to reroll the 3 dice, I guess.
All right.
Alright, well, I mean, that got me 3 more damage. So that is 1, 3, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14 damage with a pierce of 2.
With a pierce of 2. So that's gonna be yeah, that's enough to cause a fault. And considering that you have Grievous on your sword, you actually like jam it right on the hatch, and then you lever it down, and the hatch just pops off, and you hear a "What the fuck!" both through the speakers and through the open hatch. And inside, you see a heavily tattooed man clearly of nomad descent, piloting this thing. Yeah, he's got like long braided hair and just a bunch of like the lighted tattoos that change color with depending on mood, and right now they are glowing red.
The Duke sees that you are similar but legally distinct Scarface.
Legally distinct Scarface.
Okay.
What's everybody else doing?
I'm gonna spend my infinity point to make sure that I automatically succeed and get out of this, and then roll my 2d20. Which is actually going to be 4 successes, so I'm going to build 3 momentum for us.
Fantastic.
And then I'm going to run over, and I'm going to, using quick draw, pick up my axe and gun off the ground.
Fantastic. You picked up your axe and gun, and it is the action to move the 3...
Now, I'm dual wielding. Can I spend 1 point to attack? Because I can do that normally. I don't know how that would work in this situation.
Are you attacking out of spite at this point?
Yeah, I don't think that quite works.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. I'm just double checking where the rules are at.
Like, I don't know if rules is written, it would, but I'm gonna say that it's probably not intended.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Right. Who's next?
Laddie's gonna do the exact same thing and spend his infinity point as well. I don't think I've spent infinity points yet.
Luckily, we get them back at the end of the adventure, and we're at...
That's 1 success.
+2 from the infinity point on the
okay.
focus.
So that another 2 momentum.
Okay, cool. And pick up my stuff.
Laddie also, shakes it off in a truly doggy fashion,
Yes.
and then, vaults over the railings of the stairs that he had previously run up, lands near his weapon, picks it up, and is now looking at the anaconda very menacingly. B, what's up? What are you doing?
So I need to roll my 2d20 to find out if I can get into back in the.
I would definitely spend your infinity point on that.
Infinity point, yeah.
I think she passed it
I
anyway.
think she did, yeah, because she got the 1.
Yeah, it has to go under a 16. You said it was discipline plus ballistic.
Discipline or brawn, or rather brawn plus discipline. So it would be whatever your brawn is plus whatever your discipline.
Yeah.
Expertise.
16. All right. She just shakes that off. She's like, fuck you. And we all know it's because of Antonio's leadership skills.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Rallying the troops.
Duke's Docks, do you want to live forever?
By the way, Antonio, at this point, all you're hearing is, the agonizing screams of all the CSU people that are on the floor rolling and just.
There's gonna be more of that soon.
Have they tried not being little bitches?
Shut up! You guys run away.
I have supersonic doggo ears.
Yeah, so do I.
So yeah, Z, what were you up to?
So the sound is still going on, but.
No, the sound is. It was a single blast of sound, and it's no longer.
Okay. I thought it was like a constant thing. I was like, I need to shut it off. Okay, so then since Duke's got the anaconda, seems to be, okay, I'm going to try to get into position to get ready for the drill to come into the area.
So the drill is.
We have to take the drill, right? So we have to unpack it or something.
The drill is inside the container. It is, set and ready to go. It just needs 2 people to make a athletics tests to move it into the vault once the back area opens.
Out of curiosity, 2 people normally, would Laddie or I be able to pick it up by ourselves since we have the ability to use 2-handed weapons in one hand?
When I say 2 people, I mean both of you.
Okay, got it. Just checking if it was 2 of us. Or 2 of the CSU
either 2
guys.
of you, or Duke Jackson, one of you. However it is that you wanna move this, or Z can try her hand at trying. It's just gonna be harder for her.
All right.
I know. I'm not gonna try. I thought I had to open something and I was just gonna get it ready for them because I don't really have any other actions because that was my action, right?
All right. So at this point, that was everybody.
Those metanoias, man. I see that you're taking the advice of that guy.
Yeah, no, like I was going through all the gear, and then I saw the screen box, and I was like, "This is awesome! I want it." um, and yeah, I made a whole character that's all about the sonic weapons. And speaking of him, there is going to be a sound that sounds like a pop and hiss, and you see that the top of the anaconda cracks open, like from the chest section up, it just cracks open, and from the cockpit, you see a plume of smoke just shoot up through the
Skylight.
the skylight. And Duke Jax, you have a direct view into the inside of the anaconda, and the guy just booked it.
Bailed.
Like he's out.
Just bailed.
He bailed. The anaconda kind of like just falls to its knees and like into the back. And you can hear the sirens of the Drew's shock teams that are approaching. But exactly at this moment, you see that the timer that was running faster on top of the entrance to the back part of the bank blinks again with the Guihe assay lead speak name, and the doors crack open.
And with that,
And that's where
that's it.
yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it for
Holy
tonight.
shit! What a session. That was awesome.
Glad you guys enjoyed it.
I have so many things to say. Okay.
Wasn't it?
So, real quick before we go say goodnight for the night, because we are running super late. Monday we will not be running Land of Ice and Snow. We're doing a little bit of an interlude between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Instead, Skull, Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, will be running. What did you want to call your short campaign?
We can call it the Land of Grill and Steaks.
I am so into
What are
this.
you doing?
I love that.
Never mind.
So that's perfect.
I know.
So the Land of Grill and Steaks will be on 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday. Unfortunate Sons will be episode 3 on Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Good Boys, as always, 8 p.m. Eastern next Thursday. Keep giving us those challenge points for the Valheim. We're 75% of the way done already. Thank you guys for all the new follows that we got tonight and all of the crowd support in general. And that's it. Good night, Gracie.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Night, everybody.